Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to share with you a truth that will transform how you walk through life, how you carry yourself, and how you interact with others. It is a simple yet powerful principle. Respect starts with you. If you desire the respect of others, it must first begin with the respect you give yourself. Let's delve deeper. You see, too many of us go through life wondering why we are disrespected, undervalued, or overlooked. We look around, seeking external validation, yearning for someone to affirm us. But the secret to being respected, truly respected, lies not in the approval of others, but in the strength of your own foundation. First, you must learn to respect yourself. If you don't value yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? Self-respect is not arrogance, it's the recognition of your own worth. When you understand your value, you set the tone for how people should treat you. The world will mirror back what you project. And if you project confidence, strength, and dignity, you will never have to chase after respect. Boundaries are key to maintaining respect. A person who lacks boundaries is often seen as a doormat, someone whose needs can be trampled over. But when you set clear, healthy boundaries, people know exactly where they stand with you. Boundaries protect your peace and ensure that others cannot take advantage of your kindness. They also teach others how to engage with you respectfully. Next, you must walk in integrity. Integrity is the core of character. It is the bridge between values and action. You cannot expect respect if your actions do not align with your words. Be true to yourself and to those around you. When people see that your actions are consistent with your values, they begin to trust you, and trust is the foundation of respect. One of the greatest traits that commands respect is responsibility. When you take responsibility for your actions, good or bad, you demonstrate strength. If you make a mistake, own it. If you succeed, embrace it with humility. People respect those who can admit their shortcomings, who aren't afraid to take ownership of their journey. Respect is earned through consistent action, not merely through words. It's easy to say, I deserve respect, but do your actions reflect that sentiment? How you carry yourself, the way you treat others, the energy you bring into any room, these speak volumes. If you want others to respect you, show them that you respect yourself enough to hold yourself to a high standard. Confidence is not to be confused with arrogance. Confidence commands respect. Arrogance repels it. When you walk with a knowledge of your own worth without needing constant validation, you will inspire respect from those around you. Confidence is quiet yet powerful. Arrogance is loud, insecure, and often fake. You must also lead by example. The greatest leaders are those who lead with humility, compassion, and respect. They show others the way by embodying the very principles they stand for. If you wish to be respected, demonstrate what it means to be respectful. Treat others the way you expect to be treated, and watch as respect flows naturally into your life. Being firm in your principles doesn't mean being cold or harsh. You can still be compassionate and firm. Respect comes when you know what you stand for and refuse to compromise on your core values. But you can do this with kindness. You can stand your ground without demeaning others. Respect is never about overpowering people. It's about recognizing the humanity in each person while maintaining your own standards. Now, one of the greatest secrets to never being disrespected again is knowing your worth. When you understand and embrace your value, you refuse to accept anything less than the respect you deserve. This knowledge doesn't come from others. It comes from within. It's not about being perfect, but about being secure in your identity. Then let's talk about consistency. To gain lasting respect, you must be consistent. People trust those whose actions are predictable and reliable. When you show up as your authentic self, day in and day out, you build trust. And where there is trust, respect follows. So I challenge you today, if you want the respect of others, start by respecting yourself. Set your boundaries, walk in integrity, lead by example, stand firm in your principles, but do so with compassion. Know your worth. And above all, remain consistent. Respect is not something you demand, it is something you earn. through your actions, your values, and the way you carry yourself in the world. And when you do this, I promise you, no one will disrespect you ever again. Self-respect is the cornerstone upon which all other forms of respect are built. Without it, we cannot hope to gain the respect of others. Respect is not something that can be demanded or forced. It is something that must be earned. But before you can earn the respect of others, you must first learn to respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you acknowledge your own worth, your values, and your unique contributions to the world. It's about understanding that you are worthy of kindness, dignity, and honor, regardless of the opinions of others. Self-respect comes from within. It is a deep understanding that you don't need external validation to know your value. It's the foundation of a healthy relationship with yourself, and it radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and treat you. People are drawn to those who exude self-respect because they instinctively recognize the strength and integrity behind it. When you treat yourself with respect, you send a clear message to those around you about how you expect to be treated. If you fail to respect yourself, others will pick up on that and treat you accordingly. In essence, the way you perceive yourself sets the standard for how others will engage with you. If you carry yourself with dignity and self-worth, people will respect you. If you don't, they will disregard you. Self-respect is also about having the courage to stand firm in your values and beliefs. It means not compromising your principles or bending to the will of others just to gain approval. It requires you to have the strength to make decisions that honor who you truly are, even when it's difficult or unpopular. When you honor your own values, you earn the respect of others who admire your consistency and commitment to living authentically. At its core, self-respect is the ability to look in the mirror and be proud of the person you see, knowing that you've acted with integrity, kindness, and honor. It's about valuing yourself enough to make choices that support your well-being and growth, even if that means saying no to things or people that don't align with your highest good. The more we learn to respect ourselves, the more we invite respect into our lives from others. The respect we give ourselves sets the tone for the kind of relationships we cultivate and the way the world responds to us. When we hold ourselves in high regard, others will follow suit. And that mutual respect becomes a powerful force that shapes our experiences and interactions. Setting boundaries is an essential practice for maintaining self-respect and ensuring that others respect you as well. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define where you end and others begin, and they serve as a clear framework for how you want to be treated. Without boundaries, we risk becoming overwhelmed, taken advantage of, or losing sight of our own needs and values. When you set boundaries, you are communicating to others what is acceptable behavior and what is not. You establish a clear sense of what you will tolerate in your relationships and what you will not. This isn't about being rigid or unkind. It's about protecting your emotional, physical, and mental well-being. Healthy boundaries allow you to honor your needs while respecting others' rights to do the same. They create a space where you can show up authentically and confidently, knowing that you have a right to be treated with dignity. The process of setting boundaries begins with self-awareness. You need to understand what your limits are, what feels comfortable for you, and what makes you feel disrespected or drained. Sometimes this means saying no to requests that are too demanding, even if they come from people you care about. It might mean stepping away from relationships that are toxic or no longer serve you. Setting boundaries is not about isolating yourself from others, but about creating a balance that allows you to protect your energy and maintain your sense of self. While it may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are not used to asserting yourself, setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-respect. It shows that you value your own needs and you are not afraid to communicate them. It teaches others how to interact with you, and over time, it fosters an environment where mutual respect thrives. Boundaries also enable you to be present in a way that's more aligned with your true self. When you have clear boundaries, you can engage in relationships, work, and social interactions without feeling overextended or compromised. You're able to invest your time and energy in what truly matters to you, knowing that your space and well-being are protected. It empowers you to say yes to the things that nourish you and no to those that drain you. In many ways, setting boundaries is a form of self-care. It's an acknowledgement that you cannot pour from an empty cup. By defining your limits, you ensure that you have the time, energy, and emotional space needed to nurture yourself and others in a healthy way. Boundaries not only protect your peace, but they also encourage others to respect your needs and the time they share with you. They create the space necessary for genuine, respectful relationships to grow and flourish. Walking in integrity is one of the most powerful ways to earn respect, not only from others, but also from yourself. Integrity is the alignment of your actions with your values, beliefs, and principles. It is about being consistent, honest, and true to yourself in every situation, regardless of the circumstances or who is watching. When you walk in integrity, you are the same person in every room, every interaction, and every moment. There are no discrepancies between what you say and what you do, and your actions reflect your commitment to being authentic. Living with integrity means making choices that align with your values, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. It means standing firm in your principles, even when there's pressure to compromise. It is not about being perfect or always getting things right, but about owning your actions and learning from your mistakes. People respect those who admit when they're wrong and take responsibility for their actions. Integrity also means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, because it is the right thing to do. When you consistently act in alignment with your values, you build trust with others. Trust is the foundation of all strong relationships, both personal and professional. People know they can rely on you because you have proven that your words match your deeds. When you act with integrity, others feel safe with you because they understand that you are honest, dependable. Your integrity serves as a signal to others that you are someone who values truth and authenticity. Walking in integrity means being true to your word. When you commit to something, follow through with it, and when you can't, be honest about it. Inconsistent behavior or broken promises lead to disappointment and mistrust. But when you follow through on what you say you will do, you establish a reputation for reliability and authenticity. Integrity is not a one-time act. It is a lifestyle, one that requires you to remain grounded in your values, even in challenging situations. It is an ongoing process of living according to the highest version of yourself. Living with integrity also means being transparent and open. It means not hiding behind facades or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about being authentic and embracing your true self, flaws and all. When you do this, you invite others to do the same, creating an environment where vulnerability and honesty are valued. This fosters an atmosphere of trust, respect, and mutual understanding where people can rely on one another because everyone is operating from a place of authenticity. When you walk in integrity, you feel a deep sense of inner peace and self-respect. You don't have to worry about keeping up with lies or inconsistencies because you are living in alignment with your true self. This peace of mind gives you the strength to stand up for what you believe in, make difficult decisions, and hold yourself accountable without fear of judgment. Integrity builds a solid foundation that allows you to navigate life with confidence, knowing that you are acting in a way that is true to your principles and values. And when you do this, respect from others follows naturally because integrity is universally admired and sought after. Taking responsibility for your actions is one of the most empowering and transformative practices you can adopt in life. It means recognizing that you are the author of your decisions, the outcomes of those decisions, and the way you respond to the world around you. It's about acknowledging that your actions, whether positive or negative, have consequences, and being willing to stand up and take ownership of those consequences rather than shifting the blame or making excuses. When you take responsibility for your actions, you demonstrate maturity, self-awareness, and strength. It shows that you understand your role in shaping your life, that you are not a passive participant, but an active creator of your circumstances. It takes courage to admit when you've made a mistake, to own up to your flaws, and to make amends when necessary. Yet, it is this very courage that earns you the respect of others. People admire those who have the humility to acknowledge their mistakes and the integrity to correct them. Taking responsibility is a clear signal that you are grounded in reality and committed to growth. This practice also requires a shift in mindset from seeing mistakes as failures to viewing them as opportunities for learning and growth. When you take responsibility, you stop blaming external factors, other people, or circumstances for your struggles. Instead, you empower yourself to find solutions, make changes, and improve your situation. It's a mindset that encourages personal growth and fosters resilience, as it helps you learn from your errors and avoid repeating them. Taking responsibility is not only about acknowledging your wrongdoings, but also about embracing your successes and achievements. It's about recognizing the role you played in reaching your goals and the effort you put in to make things happen. When you take credit for your accomplishments, you show that you value your own efforts and that you're proud of what you've achieved. In doing so, you build confidence and inspire others to take ownership of their own actions as well. However, taking responsibility is not always easy, especially when the consequences of your actions are difficult to face or when the situation is uncomfortable. It requires vulnerability and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself. But it is precisely in these moments of discomfort that true growth happens. When you take responsibility, you give yourself the opportunity to make changes that lead to better outcomes in the future. You don't remain stuck in the past or in a cycle of blaming others, but instead move forward with clarity and a renewed sense of purpose. Taking responsibility strengthens your relationships. People respect those who are accountable because it builds trust and shows that they can rely on you. When you are willing to admit your mistakes and learn from them, it demonstrates to others that you are trustworthy and dependable. It fosters an environment where open communication, mutual respect, and accountability are prioritized. Relationships built on these principles are stronger and more fulfilling because both parties know they are dealing with someone who is committed to honesty and growth. Taking responsibility for your actions is a practice of self-respect. It acknowledges that you are in control of your life and that your choices matter. It frees you from the burden of blaming others and gives you the power to create the life you want. When you embrace responsibility, you gain the freedom to shape your future, learn from your experiences, and earn the respect of those around you. The more you take responsibility, the more you realize that you hold the keys to your own success and well-being. It's an empowering realization, one that allows you to step into your full potential with confidence and integrity. Respect is not something that can be demanded merely by speaking it into existence. It is something that must be earned through consistent action. Words alone are not enough to establish true respect. People don't respect you simply because you tell them to. They respect you because they see you embodying the qualities and behaviors that command respect. Your actions are the true reflection of your character and values. And it is through these actions that respect is cultivated. When you demand respect through action, you set a powerful example for others to follow. It's not about shouting from the rooftops about what you deserve, but about demonstrating through your behavior what you expect from those around you. Your actions reveal the strength of your convictions and the depth of your integrity. When you consistently act with dignity, kindness, and fairness, you are showing others what it means to treat you with respect. Actions speak louder than words, and people notice when you walk the talk. One of the most important ways to demand respect through action is by treating others with the same respect you expect to receive. This creates an environment where mutual respect can flourish. When you show others kindness, listen to them attentively, and honor their boundaries, you set a precedent for how you expect to be treated in return. By practicing empathy and understanding, you show that respect is a two-way street, not just something you expect from others, but something you are willing to offer as well. Respect is also demonstrated by holding firm to your values and principles, even when it is inconvenient or challenging. When you stand up for what you believe in, regardless of external pressures, you show strength and conviction. People respect those who remain true to their beliefs, even in difficult circumstances. It's easy to be swayed by popular opinion or to compromise your values for the sake of fitting in. But when you act in alignment with your principles, you earn the respect of those who admire your unwavering commitment. Another critical way to demand respect through action is by following through on your commitments. When you say you will do something, do it. Reliability and consistency are cornerstones of respect. People respect those who can be trusted to keep their word. If you consistently show up, meet your obligations, and honor your promises, you build a reputation for being dependable and trustworthy. On the other hand, when you fail to follow through, it sends a message that your words can't be trusted, and that undermines the respect you are trying to cultivate. Demonstrating respect through action also involves setting boundaries and standing firm in them. By making it clear what you will and won't tolerate, you communicate a standard of behavior that others must adhere to. When people see that you are serious about protecting your space, time, and well-being, they learn to treat you accordingly. Boundaries are not about being rigid or unapproachable, but about showing others that you value yourself enough to enforce limits. This teaches others that disrespectful behavior will not be tolerated, and that you are someone who takes their own needs and desires seriously. Demanding respect through action means consistently working on your own personal growth. When you make an effort to better yourself, whether it's through learning, self-reflection, or improving your emotional intelligence, you show others that you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself. People respect those who take responsibility for their own growth and development, as it demonstrates a commitment to personal excellence and a desire to improve the world around them. At the end of the day, respect isn't something that can be forced or manipulated through words alone. It is a product of consistent, intentional actions that reflect your values, integrity, and principles. By demonstrating respect, reliability, and personal growth, you earn the respect of others, and in doing so, create an environment where mutual respect becomes the norm. When you live a life of action, rather than relying on empty words, you create lasting respect that is built on the foundation of who you are, not just what you say. Confidence is the quiet assurance in your own abilities, value, and worth, while arrogance is the loud, often defensive assertion of superiority over others. True confidence doesn't need to be displayed for validation. It's an inner strength that reflects itself in how you carry yourself and interact with the world. It's knowing who you are, what you stand for, and being comfortable in your own skin. Confidence emanates from a place of self-awareness, self-respect, and self-acceptance. You don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone because you are already secure in the knowledge of your worth. Arrogance, on the other hand, comes from insecurity and a fear of being seen as weak or unworthy. It tries to compensate for internal doubts and vulnerabilities by exaggerating one's abilities or belittling others. Arrogance is often loud, boastful, and dismissive of others' perspectives. It tries to create an illusion of superiority, but only highlights a deep sense of fear or inferiority. People can sense when someone is arrogant, and often it creates more distance than connection. It shuts down genuine communication because arrogance is about elevating oneself at the expense of others. True confidence, however, is empowering, both for the individual and for those around them. A confident person doesn't need to talk about their achievements constantly because their presence speaks for them. They let their actions and the quality of their work do the talking. Confident individuals inspire others with their quiet strength, their ability to remain calm under pressure, and their ability to navigate challenges without feeling the need to boast about their successes. Confidence radiates respect for oneself and for others, and it's this mutual respect that draws people in and encourages collaboration. Confidence comes from a place of inner security, which means that you don't need external validation to feel good about who you are. When you are truly confident, you are not threatened by the success of others. You are happy for them because you understand that their success does not diminish your own. Confident people celebrate the achievements of others and encourage them because they understand that there is enough success to go around. Arrogance, however, often feels threatened by the success of others and may downplay or criticize their accomplishments in an attempt to maintain a false sense of superiority. Building confidence takes time and practice. It's about facing your fears, overcoming self-doubt, and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. It's about accepting that you won't always get everything right, but that doesn't make you any less worthy. True confidence is rooted in self-compassion and the understanding that you are enough, just as you are. You don't have to be perfect or have it all figured out. What matters is that you have the courage to try, to learn from your mistakes, and to grow. Confidence is a journey, not a destination. It's about showing up for yourself, knowing that you are worthy of respect and success, no matter the challenges you face. When you develop confidence, you begin to recognize your own strengths and weaknesses without judgment. You accept both, knowing that your flaws do not define you. You allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them without fear of ridicule or judgment. Arrogance, on the other hand, would not allow for this level of vulnerability. It is about putting up walls, constantly needing to be right, and never showing any sign of weakness or imperfection. But true confidence lies in the ability to acknowledge areas for improvement while still holding your head high in the knowledge that you are worthy, valuable, and capable of growth. Confidence is a quiet strength that encourages others to be the best version of themselves. It creates space for people to feel safe, supported, and empowered. Arrogance, however, breeds competition, division, and insecurity. When you develop confidence, not arrogance, you attract respect and build genuine, meaningful connections with those around you. Confidence doesn't need to be flaunted. It simply shines through in your actions, your attitude, and your ability to empower others to rise alongside you. Leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to inspire respect and influence those around you. It's not about commanding or demanding others to follow. It's about living in a way that naturally encourages others to do the same. When you lead by example, your actions speak louder than your words. People will watch what you do far more than they listen to what you say. Your behavior, choices, and attitude become a guide for others, showing them the standard you live by and the values you uphold. Leadership in this sense is not about a title or position, but about the influence you have through your integrity and the consistency of your actions. When you lead by example, you demonstrate what is possible through your own behavior. If you want others to show up with dedication, you must first show that level of commitment in everything you do. If you want to inspire accountability, you must be willing to hold yourself accountable first. Leading by example means embodying the qualities you want to see in others, whether that's respect, kindness, work ethic, or humility. People are more likely to mirror what they see in you, and they'll be inspired to adopt those same behaviors when they see how you operate. Leading by example requires consistency. It's not enough to act with integrity, kindness, or discipline only when it's convenient. True leadership is shown when you maintain those qualities, even in challenging circumstances. When times are tough, your ability to remain steady, fair, and calm can be a source of guidance for those around you. Others will respect you for the consistency of your actions, recognizing that you don't just lead when it's easy, but also when it's difficult. They'll be more likely to trust and follow you because they see your unwavering commitment to the principles you stand for, even in adversity. Leading by example also means taking responsibility for your actions, even when it's uncomfortable. If you make a mistake, admit it, learn from it, and grow. People will respect you not for being perfect, but for being real and accountable. Your willingness to show vulnerability and acknowledge your flaws shows others that it's okay to be imperfect, to fail, and to learn from those failures. This creates an environment where people feel safe to be their true selves, to admit mistakes, and to strive for improvement. It fosters an atmosphere of openness and honesty, where growth is prioritized over perfection. Your ability to lead by example is also directly tied to your ability to inspire others to elevate themselves. When you set the bar high through your actions and commitment, you create a standard that others strive to meet. This doesn't mean you expect perfection from them, but that you motivate others to be their best. Through your leadership, you show them what they're capable of, and you provide them with the motivation to push past their own limits. You encourage others to rise up, not by telling them how to do it, but by showing them what it looks like. Leading by example isn't about being a flawless role model. It's about being authentic and true to your values. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself while still being human. Your authenticity will resonate with others and make them more likely to follow your lead. People don't follow perfection. They follow people who are genuine, who act with integrity, and who demonstrate the courage to be themselves, flaws and all. When you lead from this place, you create deep trust. And trust is the foundation of any strong relationship or team. The impact of leading by example extends far beyond those you directly interact with. Your example can ripple out, influencing the behavior of entire teams, communities, and even organizations. The values you uphold can create a culture that mirrors those same values, fostering an environment of mutual respect, collaboration, and growth. By leading with authenticity and integrity, you become a catalyst for positive change, setting the tone for others to follow suit and inspiring them to elevate their own actions. Leading by example is about creating a legacy of respect, responsibility, and positive influence. It's about understanding that leadership is not about being in charge, but about being someone others can look up to, trust, and follow. The most effective leaders don't need to demand respect. They earn it through their actions. When you lead by example, you set a path for others to follow, not out of obligation, but out of admiration and respect for the way you live your life. Being firm yet compassionate is a balance that reflects emotional intelligence and strong leadership. It's the ability to stand your ground, make tough decisions, and enforce boundaries while maintaining an empathetic and understanding approach. When you are firm, you convey confidence, clarity, and decisiveness. You know what you want, and you're unafraid to take action to ensure your needs, values, and goals are met. However, this firmness should never come at the expense of kindness or understanding. True strength lies in the ability to assert yourself while also showing empathy and care for others. Being firm doesn't mean being harsh or unyielding in a way that disregards others' feelings. Instead, it is about being clear and consistent in your expectations, actions, and decisions. It's about upholding your values and principles, even when faced with pressure or resistance. When you are firm, you show respect for yourself and for others by being direct and honest. You communicate what is required and what is not acceptable in a way that leaves no room for misunderstanding, but you do so with a spirit of respect rather than domination. However, firmness should always be paired with compassion. Compassion is the ability to understand and share in the feelings of others. It's about recognizing that every person is carrying their own burdens, facing their own struggles, and experiencing life through their own lens. When you show compassion, you demonstrate that while you are firm in your beliefs, rules, or expectations, you also care about the well-being of others. You are not blind to their humanity. You acknowledge their struggles and you offer support when it's needed. Compassion allows you to meet others where they are and provide guidance without being dismissive or indifferent to their feelings. For example, in situations where someone has made a mistake or failed to meet expectations, being firm means holding them accountable. But being compassionate means offering them the opportunity to learn and grow. You don't ignore the problem or let them off the hook, but you approach the situation with an open heart, recognizing that mistakes are part of the learning process. You provide constructive feedback, offer encouragement, and help them see how they can improve, rather than just pointing out what went wrong. This approach builds trust and respect, because it shows that you care about their development and well-being, not just the outcome. The balance between firmness and compassion also extends to decision-making. You may have to make difficult choices that affect others, but being compassionate means considering the impact of your decisions and looking for solutions that benefit everyone as much as possible. It means approaching situations with a mindset that values both the big picture and the individual experiences of those involved. You are firm in your choices, but you never lose sight of the human element, which allows you to make decisions with both integrity and empathy. Being firm yet compassionate is also crucial when it comes to setting boundaries. Firm boundaries are essential for maintaining your own well-being and for ensuring that you are respected. But compassion allows you to communicate those boundaries in a way that doesn't alienate or harm others. You can be clear about your limits without being dismissive or cold. Compassion helps you approach others' needs and desires with understanding while still respecting your own. It's easy to be firm without compassion, especially when you're feeling frustrated, stressed, or pressured. But true strength is shown when you can stand your ground with confidence and still be mindful of others' emotions. People will respect you for your ability to balance firmness and compassion, because it shows that you are a person of integrity and emotional maturity. You demonstrate that leadership isn't about power or control, but about fostering an environment where people feel valued, heard, and understood, even when difficult decisions or actions are required. When you are firm and compassionate, you build relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. People feel comfortable approaching you because they know that you will hold them accountable, but they also know that you will treat them with kindness and empathy. This combination creates an atmosphere of growth where people are motivated to do their best because they know they are being supported, not just judged or criticized. Ultimately, being firm yet compassionate cultivates a sense of balance, clarity, and connection, making it one of the most effective approaches to leadership and personal interaction. Knowing your worth is about having a deep understanding of your value, both as an individual and in the context of the relationships, work, and environments you find yourself in. It goes beyond external validation or the approval of others and is rooted in the knowledge that you are inherently valuable, regardless of your achievements, appearance, or what others think of you. When you know your worth, you don't feel the need to seek constant reassurance or strive for perfection to gain recognition. You are secure in the knowledge that you deserve respect, love, and opportunity because of who you are at your core, not because of what you do for others or what you can offer in return. Knowing your worth means recognizing the unique qualities, talents, and experiences that make you who you are. It's understanding that your life, your perspective, and your contributions have intrinsic value. It's about accepting both your strengths and your flaws, knowing that both make up the complete picture of who you are. This sense of self-awareness allows you to approach life with confidence, as you no longer question your value in every situation or second-guess your place in the world. Instead of comparing yourself to others or trying to fit into mold after mold that doesn't align with your true self, you stand firm in the knowledge that you are enough just as you are. When you know your worth, you stop settling for situations or relationships that don't align with your values or your needs. You stop accepting disrespect or mistreatment because you understand that you deserve to be treated with dignity. This is not about arrogance or entitlement, but rather about having healthy boundaries and making choices that reflect your self-respect. You begin to value your time, your energy, and your well-being, and you stop allowing others to take advantage of you, emotionally or otherwise. Knowing your worth helps you make decisions based on what's best for you, not just what's easiest or what others expect of you. Self-worth also empowers you to pursue your dreams and ambitions with conviction. When you truly believe in your value, you are less likely to hold back due to fear or self-doubt. You understand that you are capable of great things, and you have the confidence to take risks and put yourself out there knowing that even if you fail, your worth as a person remains intact. This sense of self-assurance enables you to trust your instincts and move forward with purpose because you know you are deserving of success and fulfillment. Knowing your worth influences how you engage with others. You are more likely to surround yourself with people who appreciate you for who you are, not just for what you can do for them. You establish relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and understanding, where both parties honor each other's worth. You stop trying to prove yourself or constantly seek validation from others because you recognize that true connection comes from being seen, heard, and respected for your authentic self. When you know your worth, you also begin to recognize the importance of investing in yourself. You understand that your time, energy, and focus are valuable commodities, and you direct them toward things and people that align with your true goals and values. You prioritize your growth, health, and happiness, taking the time to nurture yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. This investment in yourself not only boosts your self-esteem, but it also allows you to give your best to the world around you because you are coming from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. At times, it can be difficult to truly recognize and embrace your worth especially if you've been conditioned to believe that your value is contingent on external factors or the opinions of others. But knowing your worth requires unlearning these false beliefs and reaffirming your value from within. It's a practice of self-compassion, where you recognize that you deserve kindness, respect, and care, not only from others, but also from yourself. It means acknowledging your accomplishments without downplaying them and celebrating your successes without guilt. Knowing your worth is about shedding the need for validation from external sources and recognizing that you are already worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Knowing your worth is the foundation of living a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and aligned with your true self. It allows you to pursue your passions, protect your peace, and surround yourself with the right people. It gives you the courage to set boundaries, make decisions that serve your well-being, and step into your full potential without hesitation. When you know your worth, you stop allowing anyone or anything to diminish the incredible person you are, and you start living a life that reflects your true value. Knowing your worth is the key to unlocking your true potential and living a life of purpose, respect, and fulfillment. When you recognize your inherent value, you stop seeking validation from others and start making decisions that honor your needs, your dreams, and your well-being. You set the standard for how you expect to be treated, and you create relationships and environments that reflect the respect you have for yourself. Remember, you are not defined by your mistakes, your setbacks, or the opinions of others. Your worth is inherent, unshakable, and deserving of everything that is good in this world. Stand tall, believe in who you are, and never settle for anything less than what you truly deserve. Your worth is immeasurable, and when you truly know it, you will begin to attract the life and the people who see and honor that worth just as you do.